I use compression. Well, here in my level of beginner, I used to I use it according to the song, to the requirement of the song, because even I don't know exactly what all those settings of those compressors in plugins exactly mean or they do. So it's by listening. According to the requirement of the song. And yes, I have that tendency there to use it by little amounts there of compression. Not always. The experts say that there are no rules. So yes, it's what works for you. So I use compression according to the song, to the sound that now I have after I compress. If not, I'm just able, and if I'm not running all the DAWs, digital audio workstations, that mean the software there of music for the processing of music. We anyway are able to go back in the last step. So we are able just by listening to adjust those parameters. Even despite I don't know what all those buttons there are meaning. Well, maybe we are able anyway to pick the less amount of change if we have that possibility. So I use compression in that manner. Is actually basically what I use there of all those plugins. Basically for all the songs that to the present I have been able there to show to the people my work are basically only a matter there of, even for many of them of course I use not compression. Even in some beginning was just the raw signal. And many of all those results are sound in some sense even better that when I began there to know about production there with all those great producers. In the industry of music. Basically I use compression now, not always, I have not there that kind of rule. It's just, and yes, I repeat that I'm here in the level of a beginner. So I'm just sharing what I do. Maybe I use their fade in, fade out there for some part. Something that I use there from the beginning in the DAW that I use is that I normalize the signal. I always do that thing because even I listen in the instructions of that DAW that the signal must be always there within those parameters. Kind of what it seems for me that there says kind of 5 dB. That anyway I don't know what is that. I understand what is dB, not that much in a perfect manner, but yes, it's kind of in that region there, in that DAW of me that I use. Is usually in that region. Despite now, I even normalize there. Yes, normalize is that you just allow there, or the peaks of your signal there in that, in how appear there in the DAW, surpass not certain level. That's the level to the one that we normalize. It seems. So yes, can be 5, can be less, can be more, according to the need of the song, to what we want to do. If sounds good, say some experts out there, great musicians, if sounds good, then it's good. It's not about to follow rules, it's about that you have the sound that you like. So I use their compression now, fade in, fade out. Basically, for some little part the other day I used the EQ. Just a little, and from some far fragment there, some kind of 4 months ago. Well, you can, of course, other tricks that are there is you can duplicate tracks. You can place those tracks in the stereo field. That means that R and that L that you see there is right and left. And the stereo field is this thing, this kind of impression sensibility that we feel when we listen, that we listen something there kind of at right, or maybe less at right. So that's what you are able there to pick, that choice there. When you place there in every track, for example, where you want that track to sound, when you want that sound in your song. If you want there some sound there of some kind of electronic music at far left, chicky 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 chicky, you will listen only there. Or even to strengthen voice, for example, and any other signal, you just are able to, by duplicating the signal, you already are strengthening that signal, but you also can choose where those tracks will go in the stereo field. I usually don't use any other plugin there. For treatment of guitars, I use those plugins there that we are able to download today there. Well, I will name that one because, yes, maybe more complicated to find there. Amplitude. Amplitude, I use Amplitude there, those things to modify there the signal of guitars sometimes. That's what I'm doing now, for example. I also there use some software that is T-Rax. Excuse me. T-Rex, I don't know who is the maker of that thing, you excuse me. Maybe it's IK Multimedia, I suppose. Yes, I think they are. T-Rex, and they have other plugins there. Of those that we are able kind of to download, they're free from internet. You just type there into search engines. What you want, and you are able there to download it. It's a matter there of to work and to begin to discover and to find there your own process. And it's according what you listen. That's some key thing in production and in the making of music, in the craft of the making of records. It's about what you listen. It's not about there what you move there. It's not about if it's not important if you follow some step or follow not. It's what you listen. That's the thing. Every great producer, that's what they do. I pay attention there to Josh Martin, and he just looks so aware. Not of maybe this guy there with long hair that has there in front, there in those studios, but of the sound. And of course, once that the sound is not there, still he's not able to be aware of nothing, but he's kind of expecting, waiting for. So that's the thing, the only thing to pay attention. When we track guitars or whatever instrument, or when we move there some thing there in those, in the PC, in the DAW there, in those software for edition of music, or music editing. It's about what you listen and check out there in your ears. And according to what you want there in your ears, you are able there to want there some kick drum or bass drum here, a pom 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 pom, and how you want that thing. Also, recently I'm using there changing the pitch of a signal. I want that, the bass drum sounds there a different pitch. So yes, if I want there a bass drum, so somewhere, for example here, and yes, I'm able just to change the pitch from pom 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 to pom pom pom. Many choices are there, it's a matter of experience. But my advice of simple beginner is don't get there entangled with all the choices there of DAWs. Even try to go there by the straight line. That's what I do from some beginning. Follow the straight line. Don't go there and try to modify there a signal there with all the plugins there. No, follow the straight line there. If the thing is already there, perfect there, there's no need to move nothing there. Why to get complications, And yes, of course, if the thing that you are tracking is already great, there is no need to modify nothing, There is no need of compression, that there is nowhere that thing there. There is no way, no reason why to alter the signal that is already good. So no more by the moment. Thanks for listening.